Hello and welcome to this BuyBotPro video. So I'm going to be showing you how you can personalize your BuyBotPro panel just to help tailor it to your tastes and what you would find easier when it comes to your analysis. So first off, I'm going to start by saying there are a few different ways that you can set the view of BuyBotPro. So you're probably used to this default way right here where it just sort of like sits on the page like that. And you just scroll down and view the panel like so, or you can set it to this default with scroll, so it sits in its own sort of like little rectangle, and it has a separate scroll to the rest of the page, so you don't have to go to the bottom of the panel and also the bottom of the page at the same time. So you can do it that way, or you can stick BuyBotPro to the right side of your screen like this, or to the left side, and if that's getting in your way you can minimize it and open it back up as and when you please. So those are a few of the different views. And also, you will notice that every section in BuyBotPro has got a little arrow next to it. So you can literally just minimize any sections that you're not really looking at and then just open them up as and when you please. However, if there's any sections that you want in like a different order, or you just don't want them in there full stop, then what you can do is head on over to the preferences and rearrange the sections. So it's this little button right here. And all you do is just move them around. So say, for example, let's say I wanted to see the estimated sales before I look at the confidence score. I just move it around like so and move it there, or above that, or wherever it is that I want the aspects of the panel. And once I've moved it, I can save it. But what you can also do is save your layouts. There's simple layout, and this is a preset. There's the default, which is everything, and then there is your own layout, so you can like rename it. What you can also do as well is add one, give it a name and save it, and then you can choose it from the layout list, and you can remove it if you no longer want it. So this is how I want it, so I can save that as my layout, save, and if I wanted to use a different one I could very quickly just go in here and choose it from the list. So there's a bunch of different ways that you could potentially configure BuyBotPro using that new functionality in the preferences. And I think that's really cool. Now, I want to show you something that you probably didn't know you could do with BuyBotPro. It's something completely new, and I guarantee you, prior to watching this video, you probably didn't know about it. So if you're watching this video, then this is something very special for you. Did you know if you stick the BuyBotPro panel to the left or to the right side of the screen, what you can do is tap the very edge and drag it along, and what you can do is just move it as far as you want, and it's basically like having the web view just on this page right here. So this is particularly useful if, say, you don't want to go over to a different tab to look at, say, the big charts, for example, on the actual web view, and you want to view them a little bit bigger. Well, just stretch that across and it opens it up that bit more, and everything starts to look a bit like it does in the web view. So it's all spread across, and shown in a slightly different way, and also that little bit bigger as well. So that's something really cool that is new with having the BuyBotPro panel stuck to the right or left side of your screen. And yeah, it's just really cool. So there's something brand new that you didn't know before. In regards to other preferences, there's various aspects of your settings where you can toggle certain preferences in regards to how BuyBotPro sets. So for example, fulfillment, if you have that marked as FBA, the calculator will be automatically set to FBA when you go to do your analysis. If you toggle it to merchant fulfilled, the MF toggle will automatically be on it in the calculator whenever you come to analyze, as well as all of your shipping, merchant fulfilled shipping costs and such. So any of them that you've entered into these three options here, they'll pop up obviously, as you know, when you toggle on MF, but it'll automatically be on there for you if you have it toggled this way. By price VAT, so you can choose retail or wholesale, and this will dictate how the retail wholesale toggle is switched whenever you enter BuyBotPro. So if you predominantly do wholesale and most of the buy prices you're analyzing are exclusive of VAT, then you can have that switch to wholesale in here. It'll automatically be switched to wholesale for you, so you just go ahead and enter in the buy price excluding VAT without having to switch the toggle. So it depends which one you do more. You've got other things in here as well, for example in personalization, where you can toggle on if you want to have the quick look feature, which is the little box underneath every search result when you search for something. You can toggle if you want to have the chart showing in BuyBotPro at all. So this is similar to if you were to turn it off over in the preferences. And you can toggle how you want certain charts to appear, and if you want, say, like a default day range to be different. So right now my charts are going to show me the 90-day period automatically, but if I choose 30 days, it'll be 30. If I choose 180, that's what it will show me like right off the bat. If you toggle on use steps BSR line, then instead of the line being this block solid line that just goes up and down in the points that you're used to seeing without having this toggled on, it will then do it in steps. So kind of like how a bar chart is constructed, just obviously just on the sales chart, just like squared off, if that makes sense, if you find that easier to read. And you can toggle on or off if you want things like the bar chart averages, table averages, seller and stock price charts to show in that section. So if you want to minimize it a bit and just condense it down to the charts that you prefer to read, then you can just leave those ones toggled on and toggle off the ones that you aren't as interested in. And then just save and sync with any settings that you change, and then it will apply those changes. Something else as well is you can change how the sell price is automatically populated. So I've chosen buy box. And so if there's a buy box, it will fill that price in. I might want to have it as the last used sell price, so the last one that I set in there. The low FBA price, the FBA 90-day average price, new 90-day average price, or buy box 90-day average price. So there's a bunch of different options in there for how the sell price populates, and there's so many different ways that you can personalize BuyBotPro that it truly does become like your very own tool once you've worked your way through some of those personalization options. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you soon.